Hello, 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 and welcome everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. It is a beautiful, gorgeous, sunny Thursday evening. It is 7 o'clock here in South Carolina. And welcome everyone to Cup2Hook Conversations number 96. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. We are 4 Cup2Hooks away from my 100th episode. That will be about 2.5 years worth. And we are going to be having a really, really big giveaway. You can't see it, but right there is a bunch of stuff that's been sitting there waiting for that day. Hello, Jen. Welcome in. Welcome in, Mayor. Good evening. Or, excuse me. Good morning, Lisa. I'm so used to saying evening on Morning Joy Blogs. Good morning. It is Friday morning for Lisa. Welcome in, friends. I'm so glad you're here. I also want to welcome all those that are coming in and catching this as the replay. I've heard from several of you, and several different things are going on tonight. Church meetings and other kinds of events, and you're going to have to catch the replay. So I just want to say hello and welcome to you as well, because you are just as important. Hello, Pam. Welcome in. Hello, Darla. So glad you guys are here. So tell me, how has everyone's week been so far? Mr. Joyful and I are doing much better. I do appreciate all the love and support that we have gotten over the death of Mackenzie, which was the German Shepherd that we have been keeping for our Marine son while he is serving in the Marines. It has been a little bit difficult, but we're doing better with each and every day. Hello, sweet Nancy. Welcome in. Nancy, if you don't mind, either here or in my email, please send me an update. The last we spoke, you were scheduled to have some biopsies, and I haven't heard from you, so I'd love to follow up with you and see how things are going. Hello, Tank. Welcome in, my friend. So glad you were with us this morning. I do want to take this time to encourage everyone that, and I get it, it may not be for everyone, and that is okay. And I love you nonetheless. So don't think that if you're not there, that you don't matter. But I really, really encourage you guys to come in on the Morning Joy blogs. I know they're early in the morning, but oh my gosh, how close we draw to one another. And it has really, really just touched my heart in a very special way. I love the intimacy that we share and the way we love and support each other. If you think the love and support is great in this live, it is 10 times better. But anyway, Lisa says she has been having a great week. That is so great to hear. And again, as always, I'm never going to get tired of saying it. I love, I cherish, and I appreciate the way you guys welcome and love each other in every time we come together. It really makes hanging out at my house extra special. And so I just love all the squishiness that you guys radiate. So thank you for that. Nancy says, absolutely, I will. Love you. Love you too, my friend. Oh my goodness. So glad everyone is here. So we're doing better. We've been talking, but we are not planning on pursuing anything anytime soon. But we are talking about eventually taking in another rescue. And we're going to take our time. Right now, our main concern is before we go in investing, because we've been graciously given the love from Sadie and Mackenzie as rescues. Well, you know, Mackenzie was my son's dog, but Sadie was a rescue. And the only thing that we had to pay for Sadie was all of her upfront shots and stuff. And then we did have her fixed. But anyway, so we want to get some of my medical bills paid down first. And you know what? God has been graciously providing the money for that through my time spent every Saturday at the farmer's market. And so I'm very, very hopeful that if we continue on the path that we're going, that hopefully by this time next spring, we'll have all the hospitals and the doctors paid off. And that is so exciting. God is providing. But we're kind of being specific. We know we want a little something that will stay little, something that I can even possibly, when I say tuck in a bag, I don't mean like put in a literal bag, but like a carry bag that I can tuck in and take, shopping with me and, just, I don't know. I better not say to work, but that's what I was going to say. But anyway, I'll tell you what, though, as much as Sadie has been grieving, she's really stepped up to the plate for Todd and I. And tonight, when I came in from work, Todd was here because, as y'all know, he was not doing well from kind of an injury that happened at work yesterday. So he stayed home. And so when I came home and I walked through the door, normally I'm used to seeing her get so excited about seeing her daddy. But tonight the roles were reversed. And oh my gosh, it just made my heart smile so big because she was excited to see mommy. But Todd says, you act like she doesn't really love you. But he says, this morning when I did get up, he says, I was in the living room and you were still resting. She went back in there and slept with you. And I was like, but anyway, so I do appreciate all the love and support that you guys have given us, but I do ask for you to continue praying for Jonathan because he is away and, he didn't really get that closure and they have had a relationship. Oh my gosh. I think in the end, he had Mackenzie like 12 years. So, that was a long time to bond. And, yeah, he's having a hard time. But I've been talking to him and he says he just tries not to think about it. But anyway, I know, Tank, a miniature Yorkie, right? We were talking about that. It's got to be something I can dress. I can make little crocheted items for. So I'm excited. I'm excited. But when the time is right. So anyway, Mare says, it's nice and hot in New Jersey, and my one snuggle kitty is busy wrapping her warm, big, furry, loving body all over me. She doesn't understand her fur coat is very toasty on a hot day. She just wants some love. Tank says, are you sore from your fall, Nancy? Been praying for you. Oh, wow, Nancy. Please, follow up with me. She says, oh, Tank, I have so many pretty colors on my back and my leg. Oh, Nancy. Lisa says it is nice and cool for her today. Yes, Todd and I are actually hoping, even though he's not feeling well, he's sore. It's not that he's not feeling well. He's sore. From what I understand, he works for a lumber mill, and his job, his equipment brings in the packs when they're ready to be strapped. So when you see the big flats in the lumber yards or whatnot, and they have the straps around them and they're ready to be picked up by the trucks and taken to the stores or wherever they're going to be sold, his job is putting the straps around them. But when they're not properly put on the conveyor belt to come down, they can sometimes hit a bumper guard. And when that happens, it causes them to just go everywhere. And then you have to literally lock everything down and literally go climb into the machine and manually restack those. And when, your fellow coworkers are not entirely doing their job and you're single-handedly doing that by yourself, that lumber is heavy. And so he's probably pulled the muscles in his chest and his back, and that's what's making it painful even just to take a deep breath. But anyway, we're going to go for a walk after the Joyful Yarnivores, provided that the rain holds off. It's beautiful outside, but the wind is very, very strong right now. So apparently we have a storm rolling in. But you know what? If it's sprinkling, we've already decided we're going to walk in the rain. So anyway, moving on. Mayor says Miss Hetty is sprawled out and wrapped around me. All right. Hello, Regina. Welcome in, my sweet friend. So glad you're here with us. All right, my friends, it's Cup to Hook night. What's in your cup? What is on your hook? I am so excited to see what you're working on. Regina says, hey there, Nancy and Tank, you darling girls. Love it, love it. So, in my cup, it's a big, heavy cup. Isn't that pretty, though? Anyway, it smells good. It's a little bit hot, but it is good. So this is what I'm drinking. It is called Expertly Crafted Beverages. It's Fulton Street, and it is raspberry tea. Look how pretty that tea bag is. But that is what is in my cup. Jen says that is huge. It is a very, very big cup. I will probably definitely be drinking on this through Cup to Hook, through the Joyful Yarnivores, and then probably after my walk, which if it starts raining will come in handy. Oh, I know, Lisa. Gotta love summer rains. I do. I love rain in general, except for when I have to get out in it, and I got to go somewhere. But in general, I love rain. I love rainstorms. Oh my gosh. And I love walking in the rain. It's very refreshing. And they say rain doesn't have a smell, but I love the smell of rain. Lisa says, I did have coffee in the cup and in between crocheting projects. Hello, Angela. Welcome in. How are you tonight? She says, hello. Parents are here right now, so I will check in to see if you are here in a bit. Love you, my friend. Hugs, hugs, squeezing tight. Hello, Miss C. Hello, welcome in. She says, lurking and crocheting. Ooh, yummy, yummy. Caramel tea in the cup and a bunny on my hook. Oh, how exciting. Mrs. C, I need you to whisper some sweet stuff in my ear. And I will explain that a little bit more in just a minute. Thank you, Nancy. She says, love the cup. Lisa says, love the cup. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for welcoming our new friends in tonight. New meaning like haven't been here yet this evening. And any new ones, but I think everyone's been here before. Pam says, I'm working on a commission baby blanket. Woo, woo, look at you go, girl. Dr. Pepper in the cup. Darla's got ice water, and she is working on crocheting over wire hangers. That, oh my gosh, I would kind of consider that a little on the vintage side. And I love vintage stuff. Oh, you go, Darla. Hello, Renee. Welcome in, my sweet friend. So glad you have stopped by to hang out with us. And Mama Susu, so glad you're here. You love the rain too. I know, right? Oh my goodness. Mare says, I have peach nectarine sparkling 0-calorie water. Yummy. That sounds truly divine, Mare. Okay. So please continue sharing what is in your cup and on your hook. You guys, Miss C says, I think it was something you admired, but I did not see that you coveted it. So I did a RAK. And sadly, I do not know what RAK means. Help me, help me. Mama Sue says, I'm working on another blanket for my mom and a shawl. Oh, Mama Sue, that is so exciting. Hello, David. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in, Sharon. So glad you guys have stopped by. Regina's got sweet tea and a cotton poncho. Bless your heart. I hope it's not all in single crochet. The last poncho I made was an all single crochet, and as y'all know, it took forever. Mary says, I'm working on a corner to corner scarf in a rainbow Picasso ice yarn that was gifted to me. Fun candy colors. Oh, that sounds delicious. Love bright colors. Thank you guys for continuing to welcome people in. Got you, Miss C. Random act of kindness. I should have known that. Trish is going to have my backside. Hello, Dreamy. Welcome in, my friend, which is Sandra. So glad you're here. Mama Susu says, I had my grandson for a few days, and that was fun. Oh, yes. Love loving up on grandbabies. Hello, Lori. Welcome in. She's got iced tea, crocheting an ottoman cover with chenille. Oh, wow. How fun. What a big project, though. Oh, my gosh. Hope you guys are posting pictures of your makes. Pam says the rainbow Picasso yarn is gorgeous, right? And of course, in a little bit, I'll be dropping a link and you're welcome to come up and share what's on your hook. Regina says, no, I did it in double crochet. Smart girl, and bordering it with single crochets. You're so smart. You're so smart. Mara says, hi, Regina, dear. I haven't run into you for a while. Excuse me, you guys. I hope all is well. All right. So, of course, with the loss of Mackenzie, I have not done a lot of crocheting this past week, but I did get a couple things done. So I'm going to share with you what I've done and what I'm actually working on currently. So the things that I did get completed, I made 3 more bath poof balls. I absolutely love this baby pink one. Like, if somehow or another this one does not get sold Saturday, guess what? It's going to find itself in Cynthia's bathroom. But I also have these. And I have been working on something else, but I'm not going to show it until I have it completed. But I had a lot of this yarn left over. And so I started working on facial pads for cleaning your face that will match some of these. But I haven't quite got it mastered to where I'm happy with it. I had one up here, and I said I wasn't going to show any, but where is that one? Okay, here's one. So I kind of took the idea of a coaster, and yes, I haven't weaved my ends in yet because I'm not happy with it. This is like the 8th one I've made, so Cynthia has quite a few already. But I'm just kind of taking the idea of a coaster, and I just put like a little strap on the back so the hand slides through, and then of course you can wash your face. And then the neat thing is you can then hang it over your bottle and it can air dry, because y'all know how picky and finicky I am about things getting wet and then, germs. But I haven't quite got my strap mastered to how I want it to be, because I want it where it's just barely covering the top part of the fingers, and that way you've got better control. But see this one, and I realize I have typically smaller hands than most women I've seen, believe it or not. But nonetheless, this one kind of comes way down on my hand, and that's not comfortable. So I want to get it mastered. But the other thing that I'm trying to master is I've been working I've done some in front loops and the back loops where I've joined it, and it tends to make it, I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of makes it stretch out a little bit there, which is also giving it more length here. So I think I'm going to take 2 rows off, and then I might at that point just take my darning needle and kind of whip stitch it to bring it to a better kind of connection and how it lays, and then how it positions on the hands. But anyway, I'm working on some of those. Hello, Zach. Welcome in. He says, hi, I'm at work, just popping in to say hey. So glad you're here, Zach. Sunita, welcome in as well. She says, Jen, hi, that yarn is an enemy. It tangled again. I am so tempted to cut it. Oh, no, Sunita. Yarn barf. Oh, what are we going to do with our yarn barf? It happens, right? Jen says, blue. Yes, yes, blue. Sunita says, hi, all in the ads. Oh, so sorry. David says, I've got 2 blankets in the works for fall sales. I have a friend who will sell my stuff for me. Oh, that is a blessing, David. That is awesome. And thank you for sharing. All right. Regina says, I love them. Cynthia, I need a shower poof. Well, you know, that's not my pattern. That's over on Creative Grandma. And I really, really need to link her link in my description box. So I will do that. Y'all know I have to write a note or I will not remember. Okay. And they're so easy to make, you guys. They look hard, but they're not. They're not. It is double crochets. And then, of course, single crochet to make the little loop here. But the rest of it is all double crochets. And I can usually make one in about an hour and a half is what it's been averaging me to make one. Jen saying, no, Sunita, about cutting her yarn. Hello, Deneen. Welcome in, my sweet friend. So glad you're here. Regina says, thank you. I will look for the poof pattern. I'll tell you what, if you'll just give me a chance to get through the Joyful Yarnivores, I'll put the link in this description box and you'll have it there and you won't have to look for it because I've already got it saved. Nancy says, when is the tutorial? On the poof, I won't be able to do it because it's not my pattern. But Glinda from Creative Grandma does an amazing job showing how to do it. Now, if you're talking about the little face wipes, as soon as I get it mastered. But first, I've got to do another tutorial for you guys, and that is on these shirts. And I have 2 to show you today. Do you use cotton for the poof? Yes, I'm using 100% cotton. Sharon says, I like making soap sacks to the bathroom. Yes, that is nice too. I am thinking about making some kind of little bag to put these in when I create them as a set. And they can either be, the sack can either be used to store them while, you know, you're using one at a time, or you can then put them back in there when they're dirty and when they're all ready to wash. You can wash them in that bag so that they're not just kind of flopping all around the washing machine. So that's why I didn't want to share it, but it was right. There was one right here, so why not? Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you is I made 2 more shirts, and one just came off the hanger. And these are a little bit bigger than what I had been doing. I had gotten a request for a size 6 in a particular color, and I struggled to find a size 6 in a gray. And my girlfriend Tasha finally found me one. And so these are the colors that the little girl wanted. And so this is hers. They're coming to get it this Saturday. And then the shirt that I did find was a small medium. And so I did this color on it. The shirt's almost too long. I have short arms, That's why my husband calls me a T-Rex. But anyway, that purple is pretty, and y'all know purple's my favorite color. But anyway, so those are 2 shirts that I did get done this week. And I promise a tutorial will be coming. I just am not going to say when, because if I don't get there, then I feel really bad and I put a lot of pressure on myself. But I promise I'm going to try and work on that. But before that tutorial comes out, the recipe video will come out, and I'm really, really getting close to finishing that. I apologize that it's taken me a long time to get that recipe video out. Nancy says, Sharon, I've been looking for a pattern for soap sack. Could you share one, please? I do know that Jada from Jada in Stitches has a really, really good one, Nancy. Hello, sweet butterfly Jeannie. How are you tonight, my love? So glad you're here with us. She says, hello, everyone in the joyful house. I love it. Oh, thank you guys for welcoming everyone in. Hello, sweet Candy. Welcome in. She says, hi, Mama Joyful. Regina says, hi there, butterfly Jeannie. And Mayor says, laugh out loud. So right now I am currently working on another towel topper, and apparently I got very carried away. I'm only supposed to make 30 rows and I made 50, so I'm in the process of actually pulling a couple rows out. I just got going and just didn't stop. But anyway, I guess I could have a long little hanging towel thing, so maybe I don't need to pull them out. But this one, when it's done, is going to go with this. And I'm having to show y'all this even though it's not done, because, you know, losing Mackenzie this weekend. These are kind of in honor of her. But it says, if my dog was my boss, my life would be perfect. And I love it. So I'm excited. So this is one of the colors that I'm putting with the towel. But you guys, look at this little button. Look at this little button that's going to go on this dish towel. I was trying to hold it up against the color, but my finger's in the way. Can you see that little puppy? He's so adorable. So that's the button that's going to go on this one. So that's what I'm currently working on. Nancy says, thank you, Cynthia. You are so welcome. Sharon says, I kind of just do a mini beanie, sort of. Okay. And Candy says, I'm at work, of course, and I'll be walking home at 10 my time. All right. And I'll be looking for you. Mare says, I have very long arms, was a center in high school basketball. Well, you know, I did play basketball, and shockingly enough, with my height and my short arms, no lie, I was good at 3-pointers. I used to make some of my teammates, but I will tell you this. What I could not do was a layup. As hard as I tried, I could never master layups. But somehow or another, I got that, you know, I got that momentum. But that's okay, because these short arms were powerful in softball. That's the sport that I really mastered. That's the one I played in college the most. Basketball was intramural, and softball was my sport. Wanted so desperately to play tennis, but these little short arms were too powerful, and I couldn't keep the tennis ball within the court. All right. Oh, right, Sharon. She says, love the button. I know. I was so excited about that. Lori says, aw, too cute. Mare says, love cute buttons. I do too, Mare. And those are one of my favorite things to give away, especially on Friday night for movie night. Hello, sweet Wanda. How are you? Welcome in. And where are you tonight? She says, hello, everyone. I was so engrossed in the morning devotional, I lost track of the time. Oh, I'm glad you were enjoying it, though. Lori says gymnastics was her sport. I definitely could never do that. I was never graceful enough. So My respect to you, Lori. I love watching gymnastics, especially during the Summer Olympics and the Winter Olympics, but the Olympics. Nancy says, me too, softball pitcher and third base. My position was actually shortstop. I started out in left field, and eventually my coach began to pick up and zone in on some of my skill sets. And we were going to put me on third base, but then we lost our shortstop because of an injury. They stuck me there, and the rest was history. And I loved it. I loved it. I love being more in the action, although there's always a lot of action out in the field, especially when them home runs are flying over. Thank you guys for sharing your sports. I love it. I love it. Mr. Joyful never really got into sports, but he's into baseball because of me. But it's nice to talk to others. Regina says, I love softball too. Hello, Miss Aisha. Welcome in. So glad you're here with us tonight. Regina said she played catcher and third base. Oh, wow. You know what? I honestly can say, Regina, I don't know what the game looks like from the catcher's position. But I'll tell you what, that's a brave, that's a hard job right there. A lot of respect for our catchers. Candy says, my sport was ditching classes. I was bad back then. Candy, you don't want to hear about me. My classmates still talk about this. I skipped class one time, and it wasn't even the full class. We had gone to a classmate's funeral in chorus. We sang at the funeral, and we got back, and it was in last period when we returned, and it had already started. And when we got off, when we got off the bus, I did go to the locker and switch out all my stuff, to be ready to go home for the day. Went to the bathroom and went to the water fountain and all of that. But nobody was going to class. They were all skipping class. And so nobody knew that we were back except for the chaperones that had taken us. And of course, the choral teacher went her way and the band director went their way and whatnot. And I think the guidance counselor was with us, and she went back to the office. Anyway, I went to class, and all my classmates that didn't go to class got detention. So yeah, I was not a very favorite person during that time, but eventually I was forgiven. So that's great. I love it, David. My sport was lunch. My mom would probably say that was really mine because I loved to mingle. But what was funny though? At lunchtime, I was very talkative with my friends, but in class, I was actually rather shy. And sometimes my teachers were like, you need to speak up more. But depending on the class, they also said I needed to be quiet more. So I guess it just depends on the subject. Sharon says, is reading a sport? Of course it is. Of course it is. And an adventure. Pam says, I was opposite. Stick me on right field, laugh out loud. I was also big into gymnastics. After I quit participating, I became a coach and coached for several years. Oh, Pam, how exciting. See, those are some of the things you guys need to come up and talk about and share. I would love to hear some of your stories. Okay, Candy, well, I hope the rest of your evening goes well. She says, back to work. Break is over. Jen says, keep on coming, Wanda. So did Wanda say where she was? Did I miss it? Did I miss it, Wanda? I did. She says, I'm in Tennessee, headed to Owensboro, Kentucky. Oh my gosh, Tennessee and Kentucky. Those are beautiful states. So little jelly. Can I just jump in your truck? Mama Susu says she was in track. Talk about some dedication and discipline. Mayor says, in softball, I could hit both on the right or left side. Confuses the other team. Yes, yes. Lisa says, I love sports as it got me away from the bullies, but love running and basketball. Yes, yes. I didn't run track, but we had this thing where you could run. Our playground was fenced in, and you could run around it. They'd created a track, and for every lap you ran, a count was given. And when you reached so many, you got these ribbons. And I started putting those ribbons up on my bedroom door at home until I had the front and the back of my door covered. And my mom was like, we're going to have to take those down. So I was like, okay. And eventually I surprised her and I got rid of them, but it was nice. They were nice. I think she did keep a few of them in my school book though for me. But yes, Mayor, they get confused with switch hitters, don't they? All right. Oh, hang on. My chat jumped. Sandra says, I haven't crocheted in a week, trying to get back into it. Sore wrist. Oh, Sandra, I'm so sorry to hear that. I wish I could think of that stuff. It's like a roll-on. When mine start hurting, especially like with the carpal tunnel, I'll put that on and it helps, but I can't remember what it's called. All I can tell you is it has a lavender smell to it. So it's not like the best smell, but oh my gosh, it does work. Somebody came in and Tank is saying, hi, boo-boo. Hang on, you guys. I think my chat had jumped. Candy says, oh, is it Candy? No, Nancy said, red, switch hitter here too. Oh, yeah, Mayor and Nancy were switch hitters. Awesome. Regina says, hi, Drini. Sorry you're having a hard time with your wrist. Thank you, Regina, for that. I'm sure she's feeling that love. Pam says, I coached in South Carolina, and for the first couple of years, sorry, you guys, I worked there. We had no AC, just a big, giant industrial fan because the owner said the heat keeps the muscles limber. Wow. Well, then they were really limber because I know what these South Carolina heat waves are like. Oh, wow, Pam. How exciting that you were here in South Carolina. Whew. Nancy says icy hot and or biofreeze. Yes, those do work. Todd, what is that stuff that's right there in my crochet bag that I put on my wrist? I think that's what's in it, but I can't remember what the name is called. You'll see it on the outside pockets of the black bag, the black checker bag. There's like lotion. Oh, thank you, Jen. She says Sandrina's Tank's Boo Boo. What is it? Oh, yes, yes. Thank you. It's called Aspercreme, and it has lidocaine in it. Ooh. And that helps a lot. And it's just a little roll-on. And look, it's purple. Not that that matters. What matters is that it works. But, oh, I can smell that lavender. My husband loves that smell. I'm like, eh. Mare says, I had a good friend who was into gymnastics and she was always banged up, bruised and sore and recovering from injuries. It's a tough sport that really takes a toll on your body, but it is beautiful to watch. A lot of dedication there, right, Mare? Nancy says that works too. Regina says, true, Mare. And Pam says, yes, it does, Mare. Hello, Nana, aka Sheila. Welcome in. She says, hello, all new to channel, but watch replays the last little bit. Well, we're so glad you're here with us. and giving us a chance to love on you and learn a little bit more about you. So a couple quick things, you guys. If you're not familiar, if you want your link dropped, all you have to do is type in the word drop, D-R-O-P, and Nightbot will kindly automatically drop your link. And if you don't think that I have your birthday, please share your birthday with me so that on your special day, we can send you some special little joy messages to say happy birthday. Lori says yes, and I am paying for it now, talking about being in gymnastics. Thank you, everyone, for kindly welcoming Sheila in. Sheila, I promise you will feel so much love here. You will never meet a more amazing, sweet, loving group of people who truly, truly are very, very genuine. Ah, look at there, Sandrine. Let me grab that birth date. I got more things to show, and I'm trying to be careful. I got things kind of spread out on my desk, so give me just a second. And I'm going to grab a piece of paper. Oh, which reminds me, I got a couple things I need to do. I'm going to hurry because I'm going to give you guys time to get up here, and we're running out of time. All right. That was January 29th. And then Lori gave me hers. And that is April the 4th. Yes, Miss Lisa, I have your birthday, and it is coming up. We will be celebrating it next week. Woo, woo. Nancy says, ooh, Cynthia, did we ever decide on what we are watching next, and is there going to be a project? We did decide. We did a little wheel thingy, and Regina, I got you September 10th. And Stranger Things was picked, and at the moment, I'm currently working on 4 project ideas. 3 are very, very small that can be done within a day or even within a week. And then the other one is going to be a little bit bigger. Right, Tank? That's why you bought it. It's purple. Yes, because I was using BioFreeze. You got me figured out. Cynthia, stop. You'll ruin my reputation, says Nancy. Oh. Oh, my chat keeps jumping, you guys. Sheila says, I have felt that in watching the replays, a wonderful group. Yes, and they are. They are. Regina says, purple is my color. All shades, laugh out loud, right? Lisa says, yep, it's not that long to go. I know. We're running out of time. Sharon says, fun. I'm rewatching from the beginning because my daughter started watching it. Love it. Love it. Lisa says, my birthday is just after we celebrate the Queen's birthday. Well, look there. Sharing the spotlight with the Queen. All right, you guys. Let me grab my notes really, really quickly. So this past week, we had, speaking of birthdays, on Friday, June the 3rd, we celebrated Jacqueline LaFavor's birthday. On Saturday, June the 4th, we celebrated Laura's Yarn Talk and Julie Chafamaza. And then on this past Tuesday, June the 7th, it was Hyatt's Chris's birthday. Their links are down in the description box below, their birthday videos. If you've not wished them a happy birthday, please go click on those links and still leave them a little birthday message. It's never too late to stop celebrating your special day. Announcements. I do have the Traveling Joy Box moving. I meant to get another video out as an update this week, but I didn't. And to be honest, it's just, my headspace was not in the right place with Mackenzie. I am doing better. So I do pray to have an update out for you very, very soon. Want to shout out to our friend Margie Gibbs. She reached her 500. Woo! Congratulations, Margie. I know that is a great milestone, and you've got your community tab. So now she'll be able to really, really communicate with us and let us know what's going on her channel. So if you've not checked her out, you can go to my community tab and go through, because within the last 2 days, I dropped her channel link and the congratulations on her reaching her 500. And my sweet co-host that I am going to be going into Joyful Yarnivores with in the next hour, she is very, very close to her 1,000. So you guys go help her out too if you're not a part of her family. Jen says, I told Chris that we missed her and haven't seen her in quite a while. Thank you so much for doing that, Jen. Yes, we do miss our friends when they've not been around. And it's always great to welcome them back and let them know that they've been missed. So thank you for doing that. All right. Our Saturday shout out was Crystal's Cool Stuff. I sent her a little message telling her that we shouted her out, inviting her to come in tonight and maybe come up and talk about our channel. I did not hear back from her. But she joined YouTube in October of 2019. Her first video was done on January 5th of 2022, which is this year. So when I did her shout out, she was at 181 subs. You guys know that I love to go over and see what they have moved to after the shout out. And she is now at, trying to find her, bear with me. Crystal, where are you? There she is. All right, she is now at, you guys, she went from 181 to 242. Whoa, Crystal, yay! She wants to help inspire creativity. She is from the United States. And one of the big highlights that she shares and gives testimony to was June of 2018. So her little anniversary of this is coming up. But she was in a car accident and she had post-concussion syndrome afterwards. So lovely, lovely girl. If you have not joined her family, her information is down in the bottom. Not only do I have her shout out video, but I also have the link to her channel. So go love our Crystal and put some joy in her window. All right. I'm running out of time, you guys. I have a couple other little things I want to share real quick. I got some happy mail and I hope it's okay. I got permission from 2 people to share, but I didn't from Miss C. So I hope that it is okay that I share this. All right, closing all my other screens. But she sent me some of Lady D's yarn, and look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at those pretty blues. I know you're drooling, Jen. I know you love blue. And look what she did, you guys. She took a stitch marker and she created a little starting strand for me. It's a little yarn. Actually, the words that way. There we go. Oh, yeah, that showed up perfect. But what a brilliant idea. So I am excited. Thank you, Mrs. C. And then all the way from Australia, look at that cute card with the little puppies. Look. And I'm going to keep the message to myself because it is kind of personal. But look at that cute little puppy. But Miss Lisa shared some yarn from Australia. And they're in colors of purple. Oh, I just pulled the ball band off. Trying to pull all three of them out of the bag at the same time. Come on. Okay. There we go. Aren't those pretty? And this one on top looks kind of blue, but it's a dark purple. It's in the colorway. Oh, they give numbers. It's numbers. But it's called Four Seasons, and it's a Marvel 8-ply. And this is their version of our 4-ply. Let's see if I can. There you go. But you guys, these are so pretty. And since I have a granddaughter on the way, I see something going in line for her. And then the last happy mail I want to share, I was also just as excited about the card as I was the gift, because I love handmade stuff. I still have the picture that Sylvia's daughter Cynthia colored for me. I know, Margie, right? I love purple. Yes, Sandrine, purple is a favorite color. Of course, Sandrine, right? But look at this cute card. Look at the butterfly. This is 3D. This is 2 layers of a 3D butterfly. And then if you look at the top, there's like a butterfly cutout. And inside is another butterfly cutout. And if you notice, it's part of this paper. But how pretty. And this is from Jen. And I don't know if y'all remember me when we were talking about the teacup yarn bowl. Well, Hobby Lobby didn't have it on their website. You had to individually go into the stores. And because of different things happening, you know, the allergic reaction I had to the antibiotic and so forth, I wasn't able to go. And when I did, they did not have any. I know, Lisa, she says, can't wait to see what you make with it, Cynthia. I'm thinking about a little baby sweater with matching booties and a bonnet. That's what I'm thinking about. So Jen was joking with me and she says, well, you know, Cynthia, what's meant to be will be. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And she's like, you can always use an ice cream bucket. And I'm like, very true. And y'all know I love Pioneer Women. And I was like, well, I could also always just go get a Pioneer Woman bowl and use that as a yarn bowl. Y'all, she blessed me. I have the teacup yarn bowl. I am so excited. Thank you, Jen. When I opened it, I screamed so loud, Mr. Joyful came running because he thought something was wrong. But I am so excited. So thank you, ladies, for the sweet gifts that you have gifted me. It has truly made my week and couldn't have come at a better time, you know, dealing with the loss of Mackenzie. So perfect timing. Thank you. Thank you. Lisa says, oh, love the yarn bowl. I know. I'm so excited about it. All right. If you will give me just a minute, I would like to say thank you to my little membership family. And so this is for them. All right. One more thing I need to take care of. I received something 2 days ago in morning devotions, and I really appreciate it. And I told this person, which was Miss Sylvia, that I would recognize it tonight during Cup to Hook. In the morning devotions and the Bible study, I try to make sure that it is all about the devotion and the Bible study, and nothing about Cynthia. And so she respectfully understood that. And so she did give me a super sticker. And so I want to say thank you, Sylvia. I'm going to drop this into the super sticker wooden box right now. And I will be doing a giveaway. Well, actually, I should say Mr. Joyful. He's kind of taken that over now. He's already bought all the yarn and stuff for that. Very excited, but that will be done on June 30th. I will be putting something on my community tab next week on that. But Miss Sylvia, this is for you, love, and thank you. All right. I do want to share, if you're not aware, we started this past Tuesday a Bible study on the book of Joshua. And the really exciting thing about the book of Joshua is it's all about second chances. And it is all about learning to trust God and what happens when you do and what happens when you don't. Oh, thank you, Sharon. She says, love the butterfly. So I invite you to come do that with us. It's Tuesdays, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if that time is not convenient for you, and I understand there are so many other fabulous creators that are on at that time, the replay is always available. I do make sure that that always comes in, and I always make sure that the chat is in the replay so you can see what everyone is saying. That way, if they ask questions, which even if you're listening, you'll hear the questions because I will address them. But anyway, I'm really excited about that. We started that this past Tuesday, and we'll be doing one chapter a week. There are 24 chapters in Joshua, so it's going to take us right about 4 months to go through it. But I'm really, really excited. And this past week, we learned that, it's always great to have self-confidence, but self-confidence can still lead you to ruin. So we want to take our self-confidence and turn it into God confidence. You guys, please forgive me that there was so much to share tonight that I did not have an opportunity to bring anyone up tonight on the panel. I do appreciate everyone being here. It is time to go to the Joyful Yarnivores, but before we leave, I can't leave without doing the Joy Basket moment. I do want to say thank you again to Kelly for providing the book that allows us to do this. I did have the opportunity to speak to her before I went to work this afternoon. And you guys, she's not doing great. It is not my place to share right now her story. I've not been given permission, but she greatly needs our prayers, and she needs some answers about some health issues she's going through, but also she is still trying to find a job. So just prayer that God would help her, find the right job that will work for her and her family. But that's all that I can share at this time. But other than that, she says hello. She loves you guys. She misses you, and hopes to be back with us in the very near future. So our Joy Basket moment tonight is titled Giving Thanks. And our verse comes from 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 4. And it says, everything that God created is good, and nothing is to be rejected if it is received with thanksgiving. My friends, that includes each of you. We are not to be rejected. God does not make no junk. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. But it says, at the time when Paul wrote this letter to Timothy, there was an ungodly practice rising in popularity called, oh my goodness, I'm not even sure I know how to pronounce that word, asceticism. It taught that spiritualism could be obtained through rejecting worldly comfort, since anything of the physical realm was corrupt. Paul pointed out that although pleasurable things such as food, wine, or sex could be over indulged in and become gluttony, alcoholism, or lust, God still created each of them for our pleasure. We do have to be careful, though. If someone is struggling with lack, overcoming unhealthy habits, or their conscience is still disturbed, then we need to prioritize them over our own pleasurable partaking to show love and consideration. God, with gladness, we give thanks to you for everything that you have given us to enjoy. You love to see me happy, and nothing makes us happier than you do. How do you give thanks to God for his wonderful gifts? And I want to leave you with one more scripture verse. It comes from Hebrews chapter 4, verse 16. I love the book of Hebrews. And when we finish Joshua, God has directed me to take us to James. I'm really kind of hoping, since James and Hebrews are right there together, that it'll be his will for us to study Hebrews. I just love the book of Hebrews. But Hebrews chapter 4, verse 16 says, let us then with confidence draw near to the throne of grace, that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in time of need. I just had to share that verse because so many of us are going through so many different things, and our economy, the way it is, we're having to adjust and transition yet again, financially, and we're still going through COVID and all these other viruses that are out that we're still having to properly social distance, and we need fellowship. And that is one of the things that I just feel so blessed and so redeemed and so full of love from when we come together in the morning for our morning devotions, when we come together right now in Cup2Hook, in the Joyful Yarnivores that is coming up. God bless Trish. I'm sure she's being patient, but fellowship, you guys, we need it. We need it. We need it. And God wants us to have it. So with that being said, forgive me again that there was not enough time in this hour for you guys to come up and share. We will definitely make sure that that opportunity is there next week. So glad that y'all are here. Thank you, Lisa. I do appreciate the joy thumbs up more than anything, so people can find us and they can come be a part of this amazing group, that they can feel the love and the comfort that you guys do from each other, and that they can be filled with joy. As my little banner says going across, welcome to the Joyful Creations family. That is each and every one of you. I hope while you're here with me, you feel joy, you feel special, you feel important, you feel strong, you feel respected, you feel understood, you feel brave, and you feel loved, because after all, y'all are the reason that I'm even here. So I love you guys. Thank you, Miss Glow, for coming in. You guys come over and do a joy raid to the Joyful Yarnivores, and I will see you over there. Have a great week. I cannot wait to spend more time with y'all again next week. Definitely in the mornings. Come check us out. Even if it's in the replay, leave me a little comment and let me know that you were there. Love you guys so much. Be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, make your own joyful creations, and above everything else, be humble and kind. Come join us for Trish. Bye.